Welcome to Hero Villains. Who do you think would win in a battle between Thanos from Marvel and Doomsday from DC, the clash of two universal destroyers? Thanos, known as the Mad Titan, comes from the eternal race on the planet Titan. Doomsday, on the other hand, is an indestructible nightmare from Krypton, infamous for being the creature that once killed Superman. Thanos is powerful enough to defeat some of the strongest superheroes in existence. Doomsday was created through artificial evolution, granting him the ability to resurrect and adapt to any form of damage. If Thanos represents intelligence and absolute power, then Doomsday embodies pure rage and limitless destruction. Their battle would be a collision between reason and instinct, between the Lord of the Universe and the immortal monster, where space and time themselves could be torn apart in their very first clash. Before we dive into the analysis, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much for your support. Thanos was born on Titan, the son of Mentor and Suisan, two members of the mighty eternal race. However, from the moment he was born, he carried the deviant gene, a rare mutation that made his appearance and physical structure completely different from others of his kind. His dark purple skin, massive build, and cold eyes marked him as an outcast among a race of perfection. Yet that very mutation granted Thanos physical power far beyond any other Eternal, giving him unmatched strength, endurance, and regenerative ability. Thanos soon realized that the cosmic energy flowing through his veins could be harnessed and controlled for greater purposes. Every cell in his body was optimized to store and channel this energy, allowing him to reach a level of power that no Eternal had ever achieved. Powerful and terrifying, Thanos, the one the universe calls the Mad Titan, stands as a symbol of infinite strength and ambition. He is a towering warrior, born of eternal blood, the embodiment of destruction, and a being obsessed with death itself, often seen as the living avatar of that grim destiny. Across countless universes, Thanos is recognized as one of the most powerful entities to ever exist, a true standard of pure cosmic might. His body surpasses every physical limit, able to endure devastating attacks without faltering, and he can move across the vast reaches of space through sheer willpower. His strength is nearly limitless. He can lift structures weighing hundreds of tons as easily as raising a hand. Thanos has shattered entire planets with his fists, splitting the ground and painting the sky in the colors of destruction beyond raw power. Thanos possesses a brilliant strategic mind. His calculations and manipulations have brought entire civilizations to their knees. Countless cosmic gods and powerful beings have bowed before his unmatched will. Thanos is not just a conqueror, he is absolute power itself. Though many call him mad, he believes his actions bring balance and order to a chaotic universe. The might of Thanos is considered one of the highest forms of power in existence, and even then it represents only a fraction of his boundless potential. Thanks to the blessing and direct intervention of Death herself, Thanos' power was amplified far beyond its original limits. Every punch he throws can shake the very fabric of space, and the energy radiating from his attacks is enough to destroy all surrounding matter. Thanos once faced Thor, even when the god of thunder wielded the power gem. Yet Thor still couldn't bring him down. Thanos has defeated Silver Surfer, crushed the Hulk in his rage, and easily subdued both Beta Ray Bill and Ronan the Accuser. He even shattered Ronan's universal weapon with a single strike. Even Ego the Living Planet, a being with the strength of an entire world, once trembled before Thanos' might after suffering a humiliating defeat in battle. His mere presence makes galactic rulers tread carefully, knowing that a single mistake could mean annihilation. The energy within Thanos is endless, like a dormant cosmic storm waiting to erupt. He can absorb, control, and amplify that energy to push his power to unimaginable levels. With such divine cosmic energy, not even gods or heroes dare to underestimate him. It was in battles against those who wielded the power gem that Thanos truly revealed the full extent of his potential. The power gem is one of the primordial stones of the universe, containing the pure essence of all strength that has ever existed. Its wielder can access, control, and draw from that infinite source of power, even amplifying the effects of the other infinity stones. Its basic power alone grants the user limitless endurance and the ability to increase physical strength beyond any conceivable limit. The power gem makes its bearer nearly invincible. Among those who have held it is Trico Slaterus, known as the champion of the universe. Already possessing a superhuman body honed through thousands of years of combat, his limits were almost immeasurable. When he wielded the power gem, Trico fused the raw energy into every cell of his being, igniting his body with unmatched strength. Yet even when facing that overwhelming power, Thanos stood firm. Trico's blows, powerful enough to tear through space itself, only slowed Thanos for a moment. He absorbed the impact and countered with his own raw power, shaking the very cosmos around them. Thanos is considered one of the most astonishingly powerful beings in existence. Even though he doesn't rank among the top 10 most powerful entities, his physical foundation and durability rival that of the Hulk. The very symbol of brute strength, his body can withstand planet-level attacks without faltering. He is also regarded as one of the greatest minds ever known, possessing an exceptional strategic intellect and deep understanding of science, cosmic energy, and the nature of reality itself. Thanos is not merely a warrior. He is a conqueror with the intellect of a scholar and the vision of a god. He can stand against divine beings such as Odin and even resist godlike power for extended periods. When Thanos wields the Infinity Gauntlet, or the heart of the universe, his might reaches levels beyond imagination. Each Infinity Stone, merged with his will, forms an omnipotent force capable of restructuring the universe or erasing all existence with a single thought. I truly hope you'll subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot, and you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Doomsday is the embodiment of pure destruction, a force not born of nature but created through science. He was engineered by the scientist Bertrand on the planet Krypton in a cruel experiment meant to create the perfect life form capable of surviving in the most extreme conditions in the universe. Bertrand repeatedly harvested and cloned the surviving cells of his test subject, bringing it back to life over and over again. This process was repeated thousands of times, and with every resurrection, Doomsday became stronger, tougher, and immune to whatever had killed him before. From a mere experimental creature, he evolved into an uncontrollable nightmare, far surpassing his creator's original intent. After reaching an unimaginable level of power, Doomsday broke free from the lab, destroyed Krypton, and wandered the universe, consumed by an endless thirst for blood. Eventually, he arrived on Earth, where fate led him to face Superman. That encounter became one of the most legendary battles in history, a clash between two forces of absolute destruction that shook the entire planet. Doomsday's strength is nearly immeasurable. He can endure any form of physical damage and even regenerate after being completely destroyed. Every time he is defeated, his body evolves so that he can never be beaten the same way twice. His physical power rivals, and sometimes even surpasses, that of Superman. He is a nightmare without weakness, the ultimate evolution of violence and immortal life, a being that exists only to destroy everything in his path. Doomsday possesses near absolute regenerative abilities, allowing him to recover from any wound. He can only be truly destroyed if his body is disintegrated at the molecular level, something that is nearly impossible to achieve. His power is so immense that he once tore through a region of the Phantom Zone, a place where even the most advanced energies can barely cause a ripple. He has slaughtered thousands of Green Lanterns, overcoming warriors armed with the rings that channel the cosmic power of will itself. Doomsday has survived explosions equivalent to hundreds of nuclear bombs, absorbing all the energy without weakening. He is also one of the few beings capable of withstanding and resisting Darkseid's Omega beams, the same energy that has wiped out countless worlds. More impressively, he once defeated Darkseid himself, an achievement beyond the reach of nearly any warrior. When he faced the Justice League, Doomsday endured wave after wave of combined attacks from Earth's mightiest heroes without ever falling. He shattered Green Lantern's force field, stunned Wonder Woman, and easily broke her arm even as she struck back with all her strength. Doomsday took over 4,000 consecutive punches from Superman and still remains standing. He is the embodiment of absolute stubbornness and brutality, a relentless force of destruction that knows no fatigue, no fear, and no limits. He is often compared to a mindless version of the Hulk. Nothing can stop Doomsday because he was born to evolve endlessly, learning from every defeat and becoming stronger after each fall. Even before reaching his final form, Doomsday already possessed extraordinary endurance. He could take direct missile strikes without flinching and had the strength to tear apart Cyber Demon's towering monsters over 10 meters tall, feared by every warrior who ever faced them. Doomsday once single-handedly wiped out countless demons, crushing entire armies through sheer brute force. His thirst for destruction comes from an unending hatred, and every battle only deepens that hunger, turning him into an eternal nightmare across all universes. No infernal being can stand against Doomsday, not even warriors honored with the title of Champion Titan. His strength surpasses every known measure, forcing even gods of war to tread carefully in his presence. When Superman stands face to face with Doomsday, the entire world holds its breath. There is no Justice League strong enough to stop him, no strategy capable of containing his rage. Doomsday, the ultimate killing machine, advances like an unstoppable storm, annihilating everything in his path. The Doomslayer is incredibly powerful and was destined to destroy every demon standing in his way. Clearly, any attack that isn't based on kryptonite will only make Doomsday stronger. Snyder even stated that if the battle continued, Doomsday would have destroyed the planet. And it's clear that if he did, he wouldn't be killed by his own attack. He would simply move on, planet by planet, wiping out everything and everyone in his way. Because that's what he does. Doomsday is the living embodiment of annihilation and destruction. In the past, Thanos once faced and defeated the classic Drax, a warrior with cosmic power and superior intellect who even wielded the power gem. He also took down the Thing, fought two versions of Thor at once, and still held the upper hand. There was even a time when Thanos confronted Odin at his most serious state, and although he didn't win completely, he managed to stand his ground without being killed or even knocked out a feat that Silver Surfer could never achieve. As he was defeated easily, Thanos has wiped out the Avengers, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and many other powerful forces. Most of these victories happened before the 1990s, and what's truly impressive is that Thanos today is far stronger than he ever was back then. Doomsday, on the other hand, is a being of limitless evolution, powerful enough to defeat Superman and impossible to kill the same way twice. He can adapt to any form of attack and once evolved to counter Radiant, a being made entirely of pure energy. Thanos, meanwhile, wields cosmic power and carries the bloodline of the Eternals' descendants created by the Celestials. He has defeated Silver Surfer, overpowered the Hulk, and conquered many divine warriors. If a battle between Thanos and Doomsday were to happen today, Doomsday's endurance would make him nearly immune to Thanos' devastating punches and the cosmic energy radiating from his body. Even if Thanos unleashed his full strength, he could only knock Doomsday down temporarily. However, Doomsday would always rise again, stronger than before, even powerful enough to send Thanos flying into the air. Thanos often carries various weapons and support tools such as the stasis rifle, the energy shield within his armor, and his throne that can fire laser blasts, open portals, and perform long-range attacks. These tools have helped him win countless battles, yet even without them, Thanos' raw strength and superior strategy are often enough to defeat formidable opponents. Some argue that Doomsday could be completely immune to Thanos' attacks, but that claim doesn't hold up. Thanos has far too many forms of combat and methods of manipulating energy. Doomsday would need years to adapt to each of them, and even then, he could never completely neutralize their effects. Every strike from Thanos only makes Doomsday stronger, faster, and more terrifying. Doomsday can fly, shoot heat vision from his eyes, and unleash massive explosions powerful enough to wipe out entire cities. While Thanos can survive such attacks, countering them effectively would be difficult. If Doomsday can withstand the destructive force of a nuclear explosion, it's clear he can also endure Thanos' blows. Over time, Doomsday would evolve to the point where he could eventually kill him. However, if Thanos were to possess the heart of the universe, the outcome would be entirely different. In that state, he commands the ultimate power of the cosmos, capable of erasing every version of Doomsday effortlessly. A single thought from him would be enough to end every possible form of Doomsday's existence. I hope you enjoyed this battle. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Follow me if you'd like to see more. That's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching.